Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Arrow Season 5. Now this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 12 of Arrow Season 5, otherwise entitled Bratva. But before we get into anything else, let's actually watch the trailer.
What brings you to Russia?
You owe me.
To our imperfect union.
Ready for this?
When I signed on, I didn't think I'd be stopping a nuclear arms deal in a foreign country. Look tough.
We never should have come back to Russia.
So as you can tell from the trailer, it's pretty damn clear. We're going back to Russia, people. Well, in the present day, we're going back to Russia at least. Like in the flashbacks, we're obviously already in Russia, so yeah. But we will jump into the breakdown of this trailer in a second, but we will also go over the synopsis for this episode beforehand and just get a better idea of what is going on. Before we do that though, if you do want to leave a like on the video, it'd be very much appreciated just to show your support on the Arrow videos. Feel free to leave in the comments what you're looking forward to most within this episode. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of my videos. A mission takes Oliver, Felicity and team to Russia where they meet up with Oliver's old friend, Anatoly. Meanwhile, fresh out of rehab, Lance returns to the mayor's office ready to get back to work. However, when Susan asks for an interview, he balks and it's up to Renee to help keep things on track. Quickly on the Lance stuff, seeing it's not actually in the trailer for this episode, Susan Williams just seems to be taking advantage of the situation that Lance is in to get a story. Balk means to resist or hesitate, so Renee must give Lance like a pep talk of sorts to set him back in line. But I don't think it's going to be a big part of this episode. I think it's just going to be like a subplot just to, fill up time within the episode. This trailer starts off with Ollie approaching Anatoly Knyazev in a Russian bar. It will be interesting whether Ollie has to teach some people a lesson or two in order to learn of Anatoly's location, or if he just knows of it without actually having to do so. There is a part at the end of the trailer which sort of answers this for us, but we'll talk about that later. Now, when Anatoly asks Ollie what has brought him to Russia, Ollie replies that Anatoly owes him something. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know why Anatoly would owe Ollie anything. We know back in Season 2 during the flashbacks that Ollie helped Anatoly escape that ship, but Anatoly repaid Ollie when he helped Diggle get Lila out of that prison, which funnily enough also housed Diggle's nemesis at the time, Deadshot. So I'm going to assume something gets brought up in the flashbacks again where Ollie helps Anatoly, which results in him owing Ollie back once again. But as I said, I may be blanking on something that's happened previously, but I don't think I am. But if I am, let me know in the comments. Here we are at the airport in Russia, and it looks like Dinah Drake, our new member of Team Arrow, isn't getting much time to settle in as she walks with Diggle, and she's definitely straight onto a mission. As Dinah says, they are here to stop a nuclear arms deal, but there may be other motives for Ollie coming back to Russia as well. Here we see Felicity, Rory or Ragman, and Curtis or Mr. Terrific, who are tagging along on this trip to Russia. As the synopsis does say, the only Team Arrow member remaining behind in Star City is Renee, or Wild Dog. This information on the nuclear arms deal may be from that USB drive that Felicity got from that Helix member last episode. It would make sense if you think about it, like if they kicked off in the next episode with some stuff from that USB drive, which they sort of did hint is going to be a big thing in regards to Felicity, at least for the rest of the season. So unless this information comes from Lila or something, I don't know where they'd get this information from to stop this arms deal, so you would have to think it's from this USB drive. This is pretty interesting here as we see Ollie preparing to torture this dude with goddamn jumper leads. Like, chill out, Ollie, mate. Calm down. We do actually see a couple of seconds later in the trailer that Diggle is using the same dude as a makeshift punching bag. So you would have to think this guy has information that Ollie and Diggle want given to them. Or maybe Ollie and Diggle are just bored and they thought, you know what, we'll just torture this random dude. But I highly doubt that's the situation. This is Ragman using his rags again to grab this dude. We've seen him do this before. I'm 99% sure this is the same place that the airport hangar scene in the Human Target episode was shot when Ollie or Green Arrow fights Tobias Church. But they reuse locations all the time, so I just thought I'd mention it, but it's really not that surprising. We do seem to be getting like a Bratva versus military thing going on here. It's not a new thing to have some rogue military personnel getting money hungry with weapons and such, and it does look like that's what's happening here. And seeing that the episode is entitled Bratva, you would have to think that the Bratva is heavily involved. Now this is pretty cool as we see Dinah using her like canary cry out of a car door, and she's actually managing to flip this truck. Like she's obviously either hit one of the wheels or possibly the gas tank, one of the two, and that car is flipped. So it will be interesting to see how much her canary cry is used, because she is like, you could argue Ragman is a metahuman, but it's really like he's like the rags that he wears that gives him his abilities. Like he can't just do what he does without them on. But Dinah can do this whenever she wants. She can just unleash that canary cry whenever she wants. So I guess that's one issue that they could face within the show if she's constantly using it, you know what I mean? Like it is a bit overpowered. And it would seem pretty unrealistic and a bit like nonsensical if she was taken down in close quarters when she can just scream someone's head off, as we saw in the last episode when she killed that dude just by screaming at him. So yeah, it's one issue that they're going to have to work around, but they might add something in where like she gets, you know, tired from using it too much. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And then we finish off the trailer with that scene at the end with Anatoly punching Ollie within the airport, and he says, "You should have never come back to Russia." So obviously this is probably where Anatoly meets Ollie, or maybe he gets wind that Ollie is coming into Russia, one of the two. Because you got to remember, back in America, there is a member of the Bratva there, so maybe they ring Anatoly or text him or email him, say, yo, this dude that you know is coming back to Russia, you might want to meet him at the airport, and sort of confront him and ask him why he's there. Or maybe Ollie rings Anatoly beforehand and goes, hey, can you pick us up at the airport? We really don't want to have to pay for a cab, it's just, we can talk in the car, it's just so much easier. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what the situation is like in the episode, but I do feel like there is going to be some animosity to start off with between Anatoly and Oliver, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, it'd be very much appreciated if you could leave a like on it. Let me know in the comment section below what you're looking forward to most in this episode. I'm looking forward to just going back to Russia and hanging out with modern day Anatoly again. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.